What is up, Worcester? It's time for yet another signing here ahead of the 2025-26 season. I have with me here today a goaltender signing on to the roster here ahead of the year, presented by Fly Worcester, Luke Pavicich. Welcome to Worcester.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. Excited to have you coming in. It's not your first stint here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We'll get to that. But first off, let's just talk about your summer so far, how things been going, what you've been up to.
A lot of skating and working out, just training for the summer, hanging out with my buddies, a lot of golf, of course, in the off season, try to get in as much as possible. But it's been not boring, but just pretty regular, nothing crazy. Actually, I take that back. My brothers did get married. I left that out. Both of my brothers got married a month
There you
apart,
go.
which is
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, one in Napa and then the other in Tahoe. And
Oh,
that
wow.
was a lot of fun because family got all together and whatnot, and just having a good time celebrating my brother and their new wives. So it's cool.
I'm sure by the time everyone's sort of gathered themselves from the first wedding, it's time to dive into another one. So that's
Yeah, it
it's
was
a
great.
busy
It
summer.
was like three weeks apart, or like three and a half, something like that. Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty wild.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, of course, to the family there. Happy to hear
Thank
everything's going well.
you. Hmm.
For yourself, you're getting ready for your first professional season. You had a couple of
I
games,
am.
of course, towards the end of last year with the Orlando Solar Bears, but after a 4-year collegiate career, you're getting ready to hit the pro ranks. Just your
Yeah,
feelings about that and how you're looking forward to this first year.
it's really cool, and it was nice to get a little taste of it at the end of my senior year going to Orlando. It was a cool spot to go to. Of course, you're in Orlando, Florida. Nice weather. I got to meet a good group of guys as well. Coaching staff was nice, but that was kind of a good introduction to kind of what I'd be getting myself into, I guess you can say. Just uh, kind of have a layout of what to expect. And but I'm excited. I mean, pro hockey. I know Tuz, it's going to be cool playing for him again and whatnot. So, and I already know a few guys that will be on the team too, which I'm excited to see again. So it's going to be fun.
Let's talk about your collegiate career a little bit. 4 years, and we mentioned some time too about being here in Massachusetts. 2 years with UMass Amherst in the Minutemen out west, and then,
Yep.
of course, a year as well with UMass Lowell. We'll start with those stops. Just talk about your time here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I know. I've been a suitcase. I've been traveling around three teams, but I was blessed to be where I ended up at ASU. But here in Mass, yeah, first year was a lot of fun. I didn't get to play because Matt Murray, who's I believe with the Admirals, part of Nashville. He was fifth year at that time. It was really cool playing behind him and learn from him and whatnot. And we got to win a hockey's championship with a really good group of guys as well, which was, not too many kids get to experience winning their conference championship. So I was super blessed as well to have that happen. But yeah, second year, got a good amount of playing time, felt good, had a good year, good numbers, and then just didn't work out and ended up going to Lowell, which was a cool change of scenery. I mean, totally different. Lowell is just Mill City. It's very blue collar, if anybody knows, if they've ever been there. And it was cool playing there as well. And great group of guys. We all got along super well. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. When you have a great group of guys in the locker room, it just makes hockey more enjoyable and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be cool to come back to Massachusetts. It's nice. I'm familiar with the area, Boston and whatnot. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, so you had Western Mass out in Amherst,
Yeah.
Eastern Mass out in Lowell, and now you're connecting it all together out in Central Mass and Worcester.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit too about Arizona State, of course, where you capped off your collegiate career, 23 games with the Sun Devils. Just your
Yeah.
time there, how'd that treat you, and how'd you feel as you sort of wrapped up your collegiate career?
Dude, I mean, that was kind of like a dream, to be honest. It was so cool. I tell people, I mean, this is nothing against my other previous colleges, but I wish I went there all 4 years just because, you're in sunshine when you wake up, you leave the rink, it's sunshine. I mean, of course, a lot of it comes into coaching and players, which was great. I couldn't have been in a better situation going into there. But I just mean the lifestyle was fantastic. I just felt great the whole time being there. And we had an awesome season as well. I know it ended a little too soon, which was tough for us, but happy the way, not happy the way it ended, but it's bittersweet because you never want a season to end, and especially it's a lot of fun memories with those guys and brothers for life as well with that team and whatnot. So it was something special for sure.
And you were playing out of what used to be, anyway, an NHL facility in Mullet Arena. Just sort of talk about the facilities out there and what that was like.
Yeah, I mean, they kept ice fantastic. We did have a practice rink, which is nice too. It's nice to, not always be in your rink and whatnot, just because it's a little different. But I mean, that's just how I am. Some guys love skating in the rink all the time and vice versa. But yeah, facilities were fantastic. We were treated like NHL players, it felt like, if not better. I mean, uh, great coaching staff, great staff in general when it came to the weight room and medical side and all that stuff. And like I said, the ice was always fantastic with the ice crew, and we always had noodle pegs in for every practice. No pegs, metal pegs, which is you don't get that everywhere. So that was really nice as well.
And, as we start to look towards this year, in reflecting on your past a little bit more, you've played with some guys on this year's team in the past, specifically
Hmm.
talking about a guy like Porter Shackle, who you spent some time with in the North American Hockey League with the Brown Bears. Now,
Yeah,
Railers fans still getting used to him after he signed. They're still getting to know you, but even still
yeah,
talk about, some familiarity, knowing some guys coming into this year's roster.
yeah. So I know Porter's brother is on
Mhm.
the team, and Tuz loves him, and I'm sure the fans love him as well. So I know they're definitely gonna love Porter, excuse me, because he's big guy, of course, super tough, super strong, but he's also very skilled. I remember, like, in practice, he's got such a hard shot, and there'd be times he'd hit me in the palm of my hand, and my hand would hurt so bad, like just bruised on my hand from getting hit in the glove. But super great kid. I mean, really looking forward to seeing him and playing with him. And then another player, Anthony Hora, who signed as well. I played with in the OJ when I was 16 when I was playing up. Uh, so I got to play with him a little bit. Super nice guy, and like I said, it's good to see some familiar faces coming into it, and kind of have that chemistry already built and whatnot. So it'll be fun.
Speak a little bit more to that as a goalie. You talked about, getting a hard shot in the glove and it leaves a bruise on your hand. Are there
Yeah.
ever any like moments in practice, like some guys coming in, getting ready to shoot, and not that you're trying to let a shot in, but it's just like,
Right.
I don't want to see this guy come down the ice.
Yeah, there's definitely moments where, players come down and they're getting a little too close than they should, especially for a certain drill that's going on. And, top circle's fine, but they like taking that extra stride or two from the top circles in and just rifle it as hard as they can. It you got a lot of padding. The technology's great. Doesn't feel great when you get hit in like the wrong spot, like the biceps of the arms, not padded that well. I mean, they are, but you feel it. The glove, you feel it more so, like the palm of the hand. That's kind of it. And then you got to be careful around like the neck area because, sometimes puck rides up on their stick and you get a nice stinger right in the neck, which does not feel good at all.
No. What's the closest you'd be willing to take a slap shot from?
Anywhere in a
Yeah.
game, screw it. I mean, in practice, it's a little different. Obviously, I mean, you're not trying to get hurt, just like you're not trying to uh, hit your buddy from behind. Not that you really would in a game, but you don't want to hurt your own teammate, of course, and whatnot. But in a game, it's all out, right? Just like any player would say.
Help the fans to get to know you a little bit more as you're getting ready to come into town here for camp and beyond. Just your playing style as a goalie. It's a position that perhaps more than any other in the game of hockey is continuously evolving
Yeah.
alongside with the equipment and technique and strategy. So just how would you describe your game and how you fit into a team?
Yeah, I'd say at least what I hear from a lot of my teammates and like parents and whatnot and people that watch me is I try to have like a calming presence in the net, just not trying to be super sporadic or very just jumping all over the place. Try to make hard saves look easy and always give my team the best chance of winning every single game. Making big saves is any goalie should and has to do because at the end of the day, you got to win. That's the main goal, of course. But for me, I just like staying calm in the net, definitely working on playing the puck. That's a big part of my game. That's I've been adding to a lot as well. And talking. I'm very talkative. I try to be loud on the ice, help the guys out as much as possible because you see the whole ice. They don't, when their back's turned and whatnot. So yeah,
How much are you talking in practice?
a lot.
Now, is that something your
Cuz
teammates
will
are going to
know.
want to
Yeah.
hear, or
Once I get comfortable with the guys, I mean, when it comes to like Anthony Hora and Porter, like I always give them a little jab here and there. But when they score on me, they do it too. It's all like friendly competition. I'm not gonna like yell at a teammate for any reason. I'd never get on a teammate for anything like that. Even if you can't be selfish. You can't be a selfish teammate. Nobody will like you and stuff like that. But definitely those guys, I like to give it to them a little bit, but it's same in return.
nice? Now, enlighten us a little bit, if you will, as you're getting ready to come into this first season here. You're coming to Worcester. Talk
Yeah.
about that decision to come to Worcester, and your conversation with head coach and general manager Nick Tuzzolino, and getting ready for your first full year.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer for me, to be honest. Have a good relationship with Tuz. Great guy, great coach. He coached me before, and I know what I'm getting from him. He's a straight shooter. He's not going to sugarcoat anything. I mean, as coaches shouldn't. You just want honesty, and that's the best thing you can get. And I like, his coaching style and stuff. It's nice when you can have a comfortable conversation with a coach. You feel comfortable around the rink during games and whatnot. So being able to have a relationship with your coaching staff as much as your players is just as important.
And as you mentioned, important to have that line of communication there. You already talked as well about speaking out loud to teammates and whatnot on the ice. Just
Mm-hmm.
talk about how important you feel like off the ice connections are too with the team, and how that can really translate to being in a unit on the ice.
No question. I mean, it's huge to have that camaraderie. In college, there's always these. They talk about always having a close team and whatnot, because it's not always the most skilled teams that always win. It can happen because talent can only take you so far. The cliche and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, having a close team where you just know every night you step on the ice, you're gonna win. You never have that thought in the back of your mind where we can like maybe we'll beat this team, maybe we won't. It's always that everyone has that switch flipped, and it's like we're not losing, and that's when you can become a dangerous team, and that's when it gets really fun to be part of as well.
Luke, fans are watching this. They're excited to get down to the DCU Center. October 18th, right around the corner. At this point,
Yep.
it feels like just your message to fans who are excited to come out, see you and the team take the ice, and watch another year of Railers hockey.
My message is just thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to fantastic year and getting to know the fans as well. I love talking with the fans and whatnot, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to get back on the ice and win hockey games, win championships. So yeah, thank you.
Luke Pavicich, goaltender, your next signing for the Worcester Railers ahead of the 25-26 season. Luke, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, Tim.